Hey guys, what's up? It's DMaxStore here again. I got Dallas hanging out with me over there, if you can see him. Eating grass because he's, nuts. Anyway, that's not the point of today's video. Today's video, I'm going to tell you about how I drilled a $200 hole. So, if you watched my last video, you may realize that the scenery, the clothes, everything looks a little, well, similar. The dog, especially. I mean, he never comes out with me, but he wanted to, so. You may notice that it all looks almost identical. Well, that's because I was out here, I decided to film two videos at once, and so here we are. So this story is about how I drilled a $200 hole in my truck. Yeah. So let's start here. This light bar I got, it's a Rough Country X5 series. It's a 30-inch bar. It is bright as hell. If you don't know the X5 series, the reason they call it the X5 is it's got 2 rows of LEDs like normal, and then a half row in between, which makes an X pattern. So that's how they get their X name. So it makes an X pattern. It adds a lot of brightness. It's really a neat concept. Nobody else seems to be doing. So that light bar, I've been looking at them for a little while. I wanted one. They're a little expensive, but I ended up stumbling upon Rough Country's Scratch and Dent store on eBay. That light bar was half off. So I ended up with that light bar for just over $100. It's also how I ended. How in the hell did you do this, Dallas? Sorry, somehow this boy has managed to get himself wrapped up. There you go. Alright, sorry about that. So, Scratch and Dent store. So I found this light bar. It's about I want to say about $300. I found it for less, like just over $100. So it was half off basically. And I bought it. And I kind of did a stupid to start off with. I measured these uprights right here, and to make sure that it would fit. And there's 30 inches there, but great, because from here to here is in fact 30 inches, but from here to here is like 34, so wouldn't fit where I wanted to mount it to start with. So okay, fine, I'll make it work. I played around with it. I found out behind the grill would be the perfect place to mount it. It worked. I mean, it worked perfectly. It fit perfectly. I had plenty of space. I didn't see any issues with it, so I decided to go with it. So what I did was I went to Ace. I got a flat piece of, I think it's 2-inch steel right here, some hardware. Those are Rough Country bolts. They're already rusting a little bit. Anyway, got some 2-inch steel. As you can see, it's pretty sturdy. Sorry. And I decided I was going to mount it to this A-frame. Well, as you can see, there's holes in this frame, not 4 holes where I wanted to mount them. As you can see, I got 2 right there that I drilled and 2 right there. So I had to drill it. Well, this is where you can, if you can tell where this is going. I took a board, I took a piece of wood, and I stuck it behind here to protect this condenser, and I drilled this hole and this hole and this hole, no problem. I drilled this one, and I drilled it, the pilot hole, perfectly. I got ready to ream it out to 1/4 inch, I think I had. And when it did, that drill bit it grabbed the wood, and it just went straight through it and punched a hole in my condenser right back here. And I had refrigerant just going everywhere, spewing, and I thought, yeah, shit, one of those things that just happens, and it just, 10-minute project ends up taking a few hours. So that's how I drilled my $200 hole. I had to get a new condenser, had to get refrigerant, rent a vacuum pump. I had to get all this stuff. Took a lot of time. Well, then I had to figure out how to take the condenser out. Started looking. Guess what? Right back here, there's 2 bolts right there that hold the top of this on. And then down here, I don't know if you'll be able to see them or not, there's 4 bolts on either side of this frame. So this frame comes right out. Like, there's 6 bolts holding this frame in. And I could have just taken it out and drilled it outside, and I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I thought it was welded. So, yeah. That's how I ended up drilling a $200 hole in it. This is a nice package. They come complete with light bar, with the mounts, with a wiring harness. It's really nice. Got a big, good little plug right there. But I cut the wiring harness. I didn't use it, and I just, because I don't like those switches and all, and I just ran it in here to this switch that I already had for my bumper lights. And well, now I have more bumper lights. As you can see, I got the 2 inner ones, and there's the light bar, and then I don't know if you can actually see, let's bring you up here, but maybe you can. You can see the X patterns, so that's how they get the X5 name. Maybe a gimmick, I don't know, but it's kind of cool. So anyway, if you're gonna drill that frame, if you're gonna go to the trouble of mounting a light bar behind the grill, first off, if you're gonna get a light bar, make sure it's gonna fit where you wanna put it first. And for the love of God, take this out. It comes out, take it out. So don't do what I did. More of a public service announcement than anything, but there you go. So yeah, just a short little video telling you about my stupidity, my idiotic mistake. If you like it, like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Follow me on Instagram. It's where I put a bunch of my truck stuff on. And stay tuned for the next one, because I'm pretty sure the next video, unless something else happens before then, I'm going to be replacing these. I don't know if you can tell, but there is not a whole lot of tread left on them. So they need to go. I need to get some replacements for it. Yes, they're on the back. I got to get new tires. That's not for the reason you think. Okay, so stop with your burnout comment. Actually, I had those on the front, and my alignment was just bad out, and so I swapped them to the back and all. So I got to get new tires. I could just replace those 2. The fronts are still pretty good. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go change sizes. These are a 265 75/16. I think I'm going to try to go up to a 305 60/16. That'll be a 33 by 12. I don't know if that's going to work. I'm going to try. If not, then I'll do a 285 75/16. So that'll be a 33 by 11. So there we go. Anyway, like I said, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.